What would you do if a massive tornado was heading straight toward your town in the middle of the night? A tornado so powerful that entire neighborhoods vanished, and people had only seconds to take cover. On March 24, 2023, the small town of Rolling Fork, Mississippi experienced one of the most violent tornadoes of the decade. A devastating EF4 tornado tore through the community, leaving destruction everywhere it went. That Friday evening, meteorologists had been warning that conditions were becoming extremely dangerous across the deep south. Warm, humid air from the Gulf of Mexico collided with a powerful storm system moving across the region. As darkness fell, supercell thunderstorms began developing across Mississippi. Most residents were finishing dinner or preparing for bed. Few realized that a violent tornado was already beginning to form. At approximately 7:57 p.m., a tornado touched down in rural western Mississippi. At first it was relatively small, but within minutes, it rapidly intensified into a massive wedge tornado. The storm grew wider and stronger as it moved northeast across open farmland. Radar indicated extremely intense rotation. Storm chasers watching from a distance could already tell this tornado was becoming exceptionally dangerous. The tornado continued strengthening as it approached Rolling Fork. Emergency alerts were issued. The National Weather Service declared a tornado emergency, the highest tornado warning possible. Residents were urged to seek shelter immediately. But it was nighttime. Many people could not see the tornado coming. All they could hear was a terrifying roar in the darkness. Shortly after 8 p.m., the tornado slammed directly into Rolling Fork. What happened next was catastrophic. Entire blocks of homes were destroyed. Businesses were flattened. Vehicles were tossed like toys. Large trees were snapped and stripped of their branches. Power lines collapsed across the town. The tornado's winds were eventually estimated at around 195 miles per hour, making it a high-end EF4 tornado. Some homes were completely swept from their foundations. Brick buildings collapsed. Warehouses were obliterated. In certain neighborhoods, nearly every structure suffered severe damage. Debris filled the air as the tornado ripped through the heart of town. Survivors later described the experience as sounding like dozens of freight trains passing overhead at once. The tornado did not stop after leaving Rolling Fork. It continued northeast towards Silver City and other rural communities. For more than an hour, the tornado remained on the ground. It carved a damage path nearly 60 miles long. Very few tornadoes maintain violent intensity for such a long distance. When the storm finally weakened and dissipated around 9:08 p.m., the devastation became clear. 17 people had lost their lives. At least 165 others were injured. Hundreds of homes and businesses were damaged or destroyed. Many families lost everything they owned in a matter of seconds. Rescue crews worked throughout the night. Survivors searched through rubble using flashlights. Emergency responders pulled trapped residents from collapsed buildings. Roads were blocked by debris. Power outages affected large portions of the region. The disaster quickly became national news. In the days that followed, volunteers and aid organizations arrived to help. The federal government issued a major disaster declaration. Recovery efforts would continue for months, even years later. Many residents still remember the terrifying night when their town was nearly wiped off the map. The Rolling Fork EF4 tornado remains one of the deadliest and most destructive tornadoes of 2023. A reminder that nature can unleash unimaginable power without warning, especially after dark. And for the people of Rolling Fork, March 24, 2023, is a night they will never forget.